I mean, I think good songwriting is sometimes asking a good question and then shutting the up.
Let's talk about the new album.
I did about 100 songs for this album. Sometimes I'd write 5 a day. And then I produced 40, and I'm working on getting the album track list to like 14.
Let's say you were busking on a street, not your own, but songs that you've written. What are those 3 JP Saxe written or co-written songs that you're like, wow, I'm really proud and thankful I was a part of those?
I had to pick 3. The Sabrina Carpenter album was such a moment in time for me. Working with her was so inspiring. She is just so good at being herself. I think it's her superpower.
You're on the Megan Moroney tour, a leg of this. She's incredible.
She is extraordinary. Superstar.
How have you seen her fans react to your music?
I'm telling everyone in that audience that they are the little sister I never had, and I'm going to tell them about all of the mistakes I have made in my life and my relationships, and hopefully they will not make them. Because I always wanted a little sister. I'm an only child.
I'm an only child as well. You get it.
I'm sorry. Wow. Don't clip that.
That's the end of the interview, right? That's all the time we have.
Don't clip that.
That's me in the corner. That's me in the spotlight, losing my religion, trying to keep up with you.
JP Saxe.
We're so back.
We're so back. 4 years later, the last interview was in Portland, where neither of us live.
No.
But we appreciate it and we visit. And,
I love it there.
Yeah. I think we were talking about bamboo sushi last time we were there.
That sounds vaguely familiar.
Yeah.
I do remember going to a phenomenal Oregon sushi spot.
That was probably it. I also remember that day, maybe this will jog your memory a little bit. You cut your thumb, I think.
Oh, the avocado incident.
Yeah, the avocado
That was the
incident.
avocado show.
You did the interview.
I remember everything now.
And then you had to run from there to the urgent care.
I did the interview between the avocado and the urgent care.
Yeah, because I remember you had it wrapped. And
that's
then
commitment.
I appreciate it. So when everyone ever asks like how much of a diva is JP Saxe, I'm like, with me he was great.
He went avocado incident, interview, stitches.
Yeah, then stage.
Was I just like holding my thumb like the whole time? It's really funny. I must have been really excited to talk to you.
I hope that.
Or just desperate for any iteration of success I hadn't achieved yet. Just like whatever it takes. I will bleed for my craft. I've not allowed / it wasn't my call. Knives have been disallowed from the green rooms since the avocado incident. So there was also a bagel incident.
After the avocado incident?
There are certain...
You got to be... Dude, how are you with scissors?
ADD taxes that are just paid as a human.
Sure.
We lose socks. We lose jackets. We get distracted while cutting avocados.
Or bagels.
The bagel one, I think, was more stupidity than any sort of diagnosable situation because it was a pre-cut bagel. Fun fact, you don't got to cut those.
I share your... I don't know if you have a fear. I have a fear of being around knives too much because I don't trust myself. And my best friend, Jordan, just gave me, for his best man gift, a flask. Classic. Which I appreciate it. I don't know like where I can publicly pull out a flask anymore without someone assuming I have a real problem, but it'll live on a mantle or in a bar or something. But then he also got a hunter's knife. And I'm like, I don't even know how to close this.
Is there anything else you don't trust yourself around because you don't trust yourself?
I mean, 10 years ago, probably a lot more. I think I've come into my own a little bit more now.
Yeah, I don't, I think knives are just scary.
Yeah.
I think some things are scary because they're supposed to be.
Not music.
Can be scary.
Can be scary.
Cutting in different ways.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow. Don't clip that. Don't clip that.
That's the end of the interview, right? That's all the time we have.
Don't clip that. I didn't intend to make a self-harm joke. I kind of wish I did because it was pretty spot on, but that was minorly accidental. I meant like cutting emotionally.
Yeah.
No, I'm still struggling. I'm still stumbling on.
It's okay. I think we got the message behind it.
I think that when you are listening to my songs, you should feel immense joy and happiness and romanticize all of the beautiful parts of your life, and they should cause no emotional or physical pain.
I'm JP Saxe, and I approve this message.
Put that before the joke.
Okay, got it. And then we'll cut beep beep. We talked about your grandfather at length last time.
Sorry, this segue is amazing.
I know, right?
The segue is really good.
The reason I'm
Holocaust survivor.
Yeah, you mentioned
how many dark elements can we bring into this interview?
That's not where I was going, JP. I was like, I was a Hungarian sausage. Was that his?
Oh, yeah. He was a cellist who had salami for breakfast every morning and survived the Holocaust. Those are the 3 fun facts on my grandfather.
I'm trying to think about...
Also, he had his own pepper plant in the backyard that he would go pick said peppers and then cut them up with knives he wasn't afraid of because he had survived too much.
Yeah. And he had a Grammy, which you own.
I own his Grammy. Yes, I do like making the joke that I own one but don't have one. Although I have a medal now.
You've been nominated.
I have been nominated.
Do they give you? I didn't know you got a medal.
I've been nominated for 3 times now.
Huge.
I'm 0 for 3. 2 of them Latin Grammys.
Really?
I have more Latin Grammy noms than English Grammy noms.
Let's talk about
Isn't that fun?
That's so fun.
I know.
Do you speak Spanish?
Do you speak Spanish?
No.
I speak Spanish.
Okay, so in comparison to me, that's if I were. I want to talk about this new album because so last year, 2025, you put out 2 albums within a month of each other.
Yeah, they were like EPs.
Yeah.
I had to call them albums for my record company, but they were EPs.
They were EPs.
Just so I didn't get into any sort of logistical battles. I'm an independent artist now.
Yeah.
You're so out here.
How does that feel?
It's amazing.
It's gotta be
I had a really great record label. I quite loved the people who existed at it. Saying you love a corporate entity feels inherently problematic, but the people who worked there were always lovely. But I do think there is a certain freedom and a certain creative liberation that comes from knowing that you are making something you will own.
Completely.
Did you have a question about my grandfather and I just abandoned it completely?
I find it so awesome that, someone that was so storied, obviously, for everything beyond music, but a very accomplished musician in his own right.
Mm-hmm.
I remember us talking about that at length and that always stuck with me. And I couldn't remember if it was sausage or if it was salami or what it was, but it was that cutting your finger.
He was the first cellist of the Chicago Symphony.
Was he really?
Not far from where we are currently sitting.
Like a couple
talking
blocks.
about his peppers.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. Let's talk about the new album.
Let's talk about the new album.
That's what we're here, and very graciously, you're allowing us to host a listening party that you're doing in a couple cities.
Mm-hmm.
A very intimate setting. A little embarrassed. We didn't know exactly the mood you were going for, so you walked in and you're like, "That's a stage, and I don't need a stage for this," which I appreciate quite a bit.
Yeah, I think a conversation without a hierarchy is nice for a creative environment.
Yeah. You invited some fans, so that's what we're going to go listen to in a little bit.
Yeah, we're going to squat up, be with a bunch of people who have very graciously decided to let my songs be a part of their life and play them the new ones.
And do we have a name for the album?
We do.
Am I allowed? Because I looked over your shoulder. I will hold this.
We have a current name for the album. I don't know if it'll stay the name for the album.
Can I say it? And then we'll
When are you going to air this?
We'll hold it for the album if we need to.
Yeah, the album is as of now is the current name of the album.
How many iterations have you had so far?
Like 700. The album as it is in the way I'm going to play it tonight is not the way I will likely play it in the listening party in New York or the listening party in Charlotte or the listening party in Boston. Like I'm changing it in real time.
Yeah.
Because I did about 100 songs for this album.
100.
And then I produced 40.
Yeah.
And I'm working on getting the album track list to like 14.
Where's it currently at?
Well, there is a version of 14 that I'm going to play tonight, but
you're picking.
I might like switch some out, play some different ones tomorrow. I'm going to ask fans to tell me their favorite ones. I'm going to ask everyone in the room tonight to tell me their 5 favorite songs.
Yeah.
Not in front of everyone because everyone's an introvert and afraid of public speaking, I found in the fan base, but they will.
Do you use that data point if someone's like, if they pick a song that you really didn't feel a certain type of way or maybe it wasn't your top, that if it's responded to, then you're like, okay, this has to make the album now?
One of the beautiful things that goes along with making 100 songs for a record is the 13 that I have picked, I quite deeply love.
Sure.
All of them.
Yeah.
So which one is prioritized as a single or which one leads or which one gets leaned into, I am perfectly fine with being out of my hands.
How do you quantify, I mean, obviously other than the number of tracks an EP versus an album from an emotional standpoint?
Quantify like the intention of an EP
why would you,
an album?
Why last year, let's take the legalities or some of the corporate label side of it out of it. What makes you compelled to release a smaller project like an EP versus a full cohesive album?
The last 2 projects I put out were an exercise in running away from what it meant to be myself and seeing what would happen. The creative prompt of my last 2 projects, which I made at the same time, I just put them out separately, but the creative prompt of those projects was what would it mean to be myself without the things that I have thought made me who I am creatively. So what I think has made me who I am creatively is songs about love and heartbreak played on the piano and the guitar, and mostly the piano, occasionally the guitar. Those last 2 EPs, the rule was no heartbreak songs, no love songs, no piano, no guitar. And that was fascinating as a sort of exploration of self, encouraged by the production partner I was working with at the time. And I can now retrospectively say the value of doing those projects was to be able to come back to the things that make me the most myself and have it feel exciting and novel again. Whereas on this album, I'm only really singing about love and heartbreak and only playing the piano.
Mm-hmm.
So it's distilled to the things that feel the most sincere and the most homey for me. And I'm getting to do things that are the way I did them when I was 16, but it doesn't feel worn out. It feels fresh again.
That's so cool to be able to come back to that too. Who is JP Saxe when you strip away music? When you strip away?
Oh, the same. I'm for the most part, my songs are true to form of who I am as a person. I really admire and respect artists who build a character for their artistry. I think there's something so exciting about that. I don't know how to do that. I find that to be rather identity crisis inducing. So I try and show up in my songs as sincerely as possible because I don't know how to step in and out of artist me and person me.
You mentioned, before this, we were getting ready for the event and we're just trying to make sure we have some beverages and whatnot. And you're very adamant and committed to your health when you're on tour. So no drinking, eating properly. Does that come from prior experience where like, oh, this could have been avoided? Getting
sick on tour is so annoying because you just want to desperately have this meaningful night with everyone. Mm-hmm. And if your sinuses are being a dick about it, it's just... It's just so frustrating. So yeah, I prioritize the long-term connection of being able to show up every night over, whatever vice I will choose as soon as the tour is over.
Yeah. Your tour mate, you're on the Megan Moroney tour, a leg of this. She's incredible.
She is extraordinary. Superstar.
And you're playing stadium arenas,
Yeah, we do United Center 2 times this week.
That's crazy.
It's really crazy. It's her first arena tour and she's doing most of them twice. That's so badass.
That's beyond, yeah. How have you seen her fans react to your music? Because they live in different spaces.
We've done 2 shows so far. Mm-hmm. And the approach I am taking, which I think has been really fun, is I'm telling everyone in that audience that they are the little sister I never had, and I'm going to tell them about all of the mistakes I have made in my life and my relationships, and hopefully they will not make them. Because I always wanted a little sister. I'm an only child.
Mm-hmm. I'm an only child as well. You get it.
I'm sorry. So her fan base is like a lot of girls who could be my younger sister. Mm-hmm. So I'm treating them as such.
Did you have growing up, because I was also an only child, that you would find yourself getting drawn to families that were bigger?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like most of my best friends had 3 brothers or multiple sisters
I was fascinated by relationships between people that seemed inextricable. Like you just got to have that person in your life without having to prove your value in some way. Whoa.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff.
What's it like now?
I have an unbelievably beautiful community of friends because I'm an only child, because I did so compulsively for the last 15 years of adulthood. I moved to Los Angeles and knew that if I didn't create my own family, I wasn't going to have one.
I would imagine you're very good at being alone.
No.
You're not.
Terrifying.
Because
it doesn't feel inherently temporary the way it does for someone who would have to create their own aloneness within the structure of a lot of people around who were chaotic.
Yeah.
I was alone by default. So there's still a part of me that thinks when alone, if I don't do something to fix it, that it'll be indefinite.
Do you think you'd be the same songwriter if you weren't so used to having no choice about being alone growing up at times?
The number of conversations that go on in my own head about my own feelings are likely in some way intertwined with my only child identity, yes.
Yeah, okay. What can you tell me about the new project?
It's entirely me sitting at the piano, which is where I met myself. I think there's something beautiful about figuring out who you are, not by deciding it, but by sort of unraveling it and then looking at it and thinking what feels the most sincere. Mm-hmm. So I wrote a song about everything I could possibly imagine, and I did not edit the songwriting process as it was happening. I just let songs happen. Sometimes I'd write 5 a day.
Really?
And I just wrote for a whole year. And it was a year where I didn't live anywhere because I moved out of New York a year and a half ago. Mm-hmm.
How long were you in New York?
About a year.
Yeah, because you were in LA, I think the last we talked.
I lived in LA for a long time.
Are you back in LA or where are you now?
Nowhere.
Just nomadic.
For the most part, yeah. I mean, I have an apartment, but I'm mostly
touring.
Yeah, I have an apartment in Miami. Been working with a lot of artists in Miami, so I got an apartment there, but mostly just touring, traveling, making records. And by making so many, I got to look at them and think, okay, like, how do I want to live in these songs? And it turns out I mostly want to live in the songs that are sitting at the piano and romanticizing the parts of my life where I feel the most alive, which unfortunately are usually the feelings I don't want to have.
Mm-hmm.
There's just something about being a feeling you don't want to have that makes you extra analytical about why you have it. When I'm having a feeling I do want to have, I don't analyze it. I just try and have it.
Yeah.
But when I don't want to have it, it's where is this coming from in my childhood? Where is this coming from in my decision making? Where is this coming from in my relationships? The way I love, the way I allow myself to be loved. And all of that analysis usually creates an in-depth experience that I enjoy stepping back into, and I enjoy the connectivity that I get to have from those songs with other humans.
So there were different, because you are a very prolific songwriter, not just for yourself, but for other people.
Mm-hmm.
You're credited on.
I shouldn't just default agree with that. I mean, thank you for saying that. Prolific isn't inherently a compliment. It just means I do it a lot. It doesn't mean I do it well.
I'm saying you're very good.
Thank you.
Yes. When you enter a songwriting session, are you still writing from a personal place? Or are you trying to put yourself in the perspective of the person you're writing with or for?
Both. I mean, I think good songwriting is sometimes asking a good question and then shutting the up, and trying to pay attention to what an artist says.
That's also just great advice for life too.
Ask a good question and shut the up. I think that might be good advice for life.
Yeah.
So much of being a good songwriter is being a good listener.
Yeah.
Because how are you gonna accurately reflect someone's voice back to them if you're not listening to their voice? So I feel very lucky that some incredible artists have let me be a part of shaping how they are themselves in their music.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, what that looks like is just trying to get to know them. So when we are listening back to these songs, when we are writing these songs, I'm trying to match the experience of them as a person to the experience of the songs that they are going to sing.
If you were to put together your three, let's say you were busking on a street, right? You're performing not your own, but songs that you've written for other people. What are those three JP Saxe written or co-written songs that you're like, wow, I'm really proud and thankful as a part of those?
I get to pick three?
Try with three. Start with three.
There's a song called Las Flores for a Venezuelan duo called Mawiriki. They're amazing. They just put out their album.
Yeah.
It's so good. And we did a song on that album together. They're the reason I get to flex the Latin Grammy noms.
Sure.
I wrote a bunch of songs recently with Camilo, which I love, but I'm not sure I can put them in the three because they haven't come out.
I mean, it's no rules.
The Nick Jonas album I really love. Sweet to Me was a special one. That could be in there.
It's a great song.
Oh, that's sweet. That's sweet, 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 sweet to me.
I mean, the Sabrina Carpenter album was such a moment in time for me. Working with her was so inspiring. And we spent a lot of time together making Emails I Can't Send. Because we did a lot of that record together. So maybe like Because I Like the Boy might have to be involved.
Hot topic on your tongue. I'm a rebound, getting round, stealing from the young. Tell me who I am, 'cause I don't have a choice. All because I like the boy.
It's the only song I've ever seen played on a Coachella headline stage.
Wild.
That was so cool.
That has to be.
I was emotional about it.
Yeah.
That was a special one to see that happen.
If you were to describe the set in your mind, or
You let me off the hook with the three. Because I Liked a Boy.
keep going.
Because I Liked a Boy. Wish You the Best, Louis Capaldi.
I wanna say without you everything's wrong, and you were everything I need all along. I wanna say I wish that you never left. Oh, but instead I only wish you the best.
And then tie between maybe Canción Dos, the Maui Ricky record, and Sweet to Me.
So the question I was going to ask, which ties into kind of these two parters, we'll end with this, because I love both Sabrina and Louis Capaldi. Louis, by the way, has to be one of the most fun people to be around in general. People don't know. I mean, he has such heart-wrenching music, but and he's so soulful and expressive.
People know he's funny.
But I mean,
people for sure know he's funny.
I don't know if people know that like it's not off. Like that's just him when you talk to him.
You can't fake that.
No, he could be a stand-up. I mean, truly.
Yeah. Although, yeah, he should. Yes. All of the above. Yes. I agree.
For emails I can't send. What was that setting like when you were working with Sabrina on that? What's that? What comes into play? Does the food come to mind?
She is just so good at being herself.
Yeah.
I think it's her superpower. She is unbelievably good at being herself. And herself is really fun to be around. So it's just unstoppable. And she would, who she is on stage is who she was in the studio, and she would tell unbelievably brave, transparent stories. And then I was very lucky to be a part of a pretty incredible songwriting team around her that just got to listen to those stories and figure out how they were going to be songs.
When you're writing, I mean, there's like a certain takeout that comes to mind, or a restaurant, or
a restaurant. Oh, we did a lot of it in New York.
Okay.
I have no recollection of food whatsoever. I remember there being tequila.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I do remember the tequila. What's that blue one?
Most people don't.
What's the blue one with the bell on top of it?
Oh, with the, what is it?
Yeah, I remember the tequila because the tequila bottle made it onto one of the records.
Oh, like the sound?
Yeah.
Huh.
Other than that, I don't remember much about what was consumed.
That's a fun little fact. I like it because you can kind of like
that is one of the ways to say it.
Yes.
I think you got 3 options of how you are phrasing it, and that's the encouraging one.
Yeah.
There's also the like disparaging one, like
all right,
which is how it shows up on the song that the title comes from.
I'm interested because obviously, like, we got some time before it comes out, and you're adjusting a little bit.
I do think the title's going to stay.
You think it's going to stay with that?
And then also the third version of that is the more it's using the as an adjective. Which to me is a bit of a safeguard against anyone saying that it is not my right to claim, because there are so many very much better than me, which is factual. And I get to say, no, it's right there. Yes, exactly.
I can't wait to see what it sounds like. We'll hear it in a little bit.
Yeah.
Which is really exciting. I can't wait to see how it morphs a little bit with time.
Me too.
And you were saying you're aiming for October?
I think it's an October record.
People will hear this conversation obviously when it's out, but so it'd be interesting to know if it's
It feels scary, so October.
JP, man, I appreciate the time.
Thank you for the questions.
Can't wait to hear the new piece.
Can't wait to share it with you.